Welcome. This is Tuesday, October 30th for week 13. This is the homework solution. Here it says determine whether this relation is a function and explain. Alright, before we do this, I would like to give you an example to how to tell something is a function or not. For those who are in class, you should remember this. Alright, so we define a function as a vending machine. Every single input in the vending machine, like A1 gets you your Doritos. So if you always press A1, you get Doritos. A2 gets us Lace. A3 gets us Twix. So there is this relationship. Okay, every single one here has a direct input and an output. Okay, there you go. 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 A5 will always get you your Starbursts. Okay, so a vending machine works like a function, but a gumball machine does not work like a function. Why does it not work like a function? Because look at the input. The input here is the knob. If I get a knob, that gets me a blue gumball. If I turn the knob, it might get me a red gumball. If I turn the knob, it might get me a yellow gumball. If I turn the knob, it gets me a red. If I turn the knob, it might get me a green. Here, you do not know what you get. Okay? A function machine, every input has exactly one output. Gumball machine, not a function. The input here, okay, can change based on the output. The output here can change, right? So applying, is it a vending machine or is it a gumball machine, is a good way to see if it's a function or not a function. Alright, let's look at the homework solution. Okay, we're going to think about that analogy in terms of the gumball machine. Okay, alright, let's do this. If I press a 1 in the gumball machine, what do I get? I get a -2. That's fine. If I press a 2, I get a 1. Perfectly fine. If I press a 3, I get a 6. I press a 4, I get a 13. If I press a 5, I get a 22. Okay, nothing broke so far. So we would say this is a function. Okay, this one would be considered a function for us. Alright, this would be considered a function. Okay, let's do this one. What about if we are doing this one? If I plug in a 16, what am I going to get? A -2. Really? Look at the 16 here. It says I get a +2. Which one is the machine supposed to give me? Is the machine supposed to get me a -2 or a 2? The machine doesn't know. The input of 16 has two different outputs. That breaks it. So we would say this is not a function. Okay. Next one, let's look at this one. If I plug in a 0, it gets me a -3. If I plug in a 1, it gets me a 0. If I plug in 2, it gets me 3 or 2. Look, there are two outputs, right? There's this one and this one. The machine doesn't know which one to give me. So we will say this one is not a function. Okay? Next. This, when it's in a graph, we use something called the vertical line test. Right? If we draw a line straight down, okay, and if it passes through more than one point, we will say it is not a function. If I draw the line down here, how many points do I pass? 2. If I draw a line down here, how many points do I pass? 2. How many points do I pass through here? 2. Doesn't work. We would say this one is not a function. Okay. What about here? If I draw a line straight down, whoop, how many points did I pass? I passed through this point and I passed through this point. Alright, what is that? That is not a function. Okay? Because I have two separate outputs here. Good? So, there you go. Those are all your homework solutions for Tuesday.